Hey everybody, I'm coming making this video message and I just want to let you all know you do not get a reward by being a tattletale in the workplace. Your job is for you to go there, and like I told you all before, is simply to showcase your talent, your gift, and your skill. You clock out and you go home. But let me address those of you who are in the workplace and you feel it's your duty to be a tattletale. You tell on the ones that come into work late. You tell on the ones that are not clocking out at the end of the day, and they call it time stealing. Some of you all, you make it your business and your duty to tell on those coworkers who do that, not justifying it. And then there are some of you, you see a little thing at work with other coworkers and you take it and run with it. And you will put a thought, a suggestion, or an idea in HR's head or the manager who you're brown nosing, and it will cause them to look at that particular worker in a bad light. I am here to tell you, you don't get a reward from telling on your coworkers. You have to stop competing with the people that you work with, because although you have the same title, the same position, and you're making the same amount of money as your coworkers, why be jealous and competitive if they've mentioned to you that they have other money that they're making outside the job, or they've shared some things with you about where they live, the car that they drive, or if they're married, and you feel like it's taking something away from you. And because they work with you, and because you are not happy with the pay there, and you look at the house or the apartment you live in, or the car you drive, or how you dress, or the fact that your job is literally your entire life and you don't travel, you're not happy in anything else except for when you come to work. Stop throwing dirt on other people's name in the workplace because you're not where they are. People don't have to be at the same level with you, although you're in the same space with them. I mentioned this a little bit in another video message back when I was a homeless woman. And all thanks be to God that God has brought me for that. I am not ashamed. I am not embarrassed. Was tea to a lot of people and they laugh at that and they judge me off of it. It's a blessing and it's a testimony to me. It kept me humble. It made me better. It taught me patience. It taught me compassion. So there's that. But let me explain something to you all. There were women in the shelter that felt like when they saw some of us that was going to school, or they saw women that got up every day and they were productive, however that looked for them, whether it was just cleaning their room, or whether it was leaving out going to their little job, or they left out to go visit family, or they went and walked their kids to the park, or they went and they worked out. I would hear women of all ages, but it was mainly some older women. They would say, well, if she was better, she wouldn't be in here with the rest of us. And I always had an issue with that, because people have to understand, just because you see people in the same place with you, I'm talking about a location, that does not mean that every last one of you in that location are at the same level financially, you're at the same level spiritually, you're at the same level maturity wise. You don't know the backgrounds of other people. You don't know what other people have going on, and you are not entitled to know somebody's business. So yes, if you work at Target and you have co-workers that work there with you, and all of you all are making 10, 12, 13, 15, $16 an hour, if you find out that one of those co-workers live in a 3 or 4 bedroom house, why are you trying to compare their life to your life? Why are you concerned about if it's a Section 8 3 or 4 bedroom house? Why can't it just be an outright home that they put a down payment on and they signed their signature on and they closed on? What makes you think because somebody works at Walmart or Target with you that they are broke and they don't have money? You don't know that person or those people well enough. You don't know if someone left them money. You don't know how good their credit is. You don't know if they have an IRA account. You don't know if they have a savings account. You don't know. Some people, they will work a mediocre job because they use that job to get money just to get gas or to buy them lunch, but they have a whole other situation going on, but you're not entitled to know. So somebody has to stand up and talk about this. And if you are the new man or you're the new woman in the workplace, mind your business, mind your manners, keep your mouth closed. Don't start getting cliquish. Those of you all that gang stalk and you get in a clique with other men and women that you work with to go against one man or one woman because you're trying to figure figure them out. You're sending other coworkers to get cool with them or ask them for a ride home because you want to be slick and ask them, hey, are you married? Where do you live at? And what do you do outside of work? You want to gather this information so you can go back and let other people in the workforce know. I'm letting you know, you guys have got to grow up. A lot of you all, you have whole families at home. You have a wife at home. You have a husband at home. You have several children at home that you should be tending to outside of the workplace. But some of you all, you just feel it is your duty to come to work and tell on what other people are doing. If there are coworkers that you see that are stealing time and they are not clocking out at the end of the shift, don't think for 1 second that they are not going to get caught eventually. I cannot tell you all how many people at my old job got caught for stealing time. If we got off at 3:30 or we got off at 4 o'clock or 4:30 or 5:30, some of them would go in the parking lot and be drinking, they would be smoking, they would be talking, okay? And then they would come back in 15, 20 or 30 or sometimes an hour later, okay? Because it was times if me and somebody was standing outside and somebody came to our car and was talking to us, you couldn't help but see other people. And while you were making an assumption that that person was still in time, or even if they were still in time, some of you all, you go back and you report to management because I guess you feel like you're going to get elevated. Maybe you feel like you're going to get a promotion. You feel like some gift is going to come to you from telling. This video message is for you. Somebody has to set boundaries. Somebody has to talk about this stuff. Somebody really has to expose this stuff because people are too comfortable, in the workplace. They're too comfortable. They're too comfortable in the workplace and they are always being a busybody. Always being a busybody. How do you have the time to come to work and you are watching what other people are doing? You should be so involved in your job and what you're doing that if you even hear something remotely sideways about somebody, you can honestly say, oh, I've never heard that. I don't know anything about that because you're so busy doing your job. But a lot of you all, you don't do that. You go to work to just be messy. You go to work to be a tattletale. You go to work to compete. You will start doing things intentionally, even changing how you dress and how you wear your hair to compete with that woman in the office or in your job that you see getting a lot of attention from the opposite sex. Men, you do it too. You'll see the pretty boy at work or the attractive man that all the women talk about and all the women like. You may have heard that he slept with a couple of them, and now you want to compete with that brother. You want the juice and you want the clout that he gets. And then some of you all, you come to work just so you can scan the room to see who you can go kick it with and who you can have sex with. I'm telling you all, especially in the kingdom of God, you all have got to get your focus back in the workplace. Those of you that are still clocking in and going to an actual physical job and you have not yet crossed over to entrepreneurship, if you are still in the workplace, mind your manners, mind your business, keep your mouth closed. Don't get caught up in gossip with people. Stop telling a lot of your business. Stop watching people and snitching on people. You have got to mind your business. So what if you heard that it's a coworker that has a 2, 3, or 4 bedroom house? So what if it's a coworker, you drive a Honda, but you leave out and they drive a Jaguar? You don't know enough about that person. You don't know what's in their bank account. You don't know what plans they have or what they have going on behind the scenes. And guess what? I say this in love and with the highest level of respect. You are not entitled to know. Nobody in the workplace is obligated to tell you anything about their personal life. You guys have got to stop doing this. Stop mixing business with pleasure. I'm making this video message again to tell you all this. This is a refresher video. Because a lot of you all come to me about different scenarios and different things that goes on in the workplace. You guys have got to stop trusting these people that you work with. And let me tell you, I'm gonna jump ahead of you because I know the smart Alex, you're coming. I don't know when you're gonna come. I don't know how you're gonna come. But I'm gonna just let you know. I know you all are gonna say, well, I have a lot of friends that I've been working with. I've been working at my particular job for 5 or 10 or 15 years, Kiki, and we are good friends. And I quit that job 10 or 15 years ago, and we're still really good friends. And they come around my kids, and they come around my grandkids, and they come around my family, and I really love them. So that was not my experience. And then I know some of y'all gonna come and say, well, my mom and dad, they met each other at work, and they fell in love, and they're married, and here we are 25 or 30, 35 years later, and they're still together. And I met my boyfriend at the job, and I met my girlfriend at the job, and we had a baby, and we're in love. And we didn't have that experience. And when coworkers tried to ask us about ourselves, we didn't tell them anything, and we didn't tell them that we were married, and we didn't tell them that we were a couple, and we didn't tell them we were having sex. And okay, listen, I don't need any of that. I'm not referring to you then. If you had a successful situation come out of your workplace experience, God bless you. God bless your girlfriend. God bless your boyfriend. God bless your wife, your fiance. God bless the friends that you have got, that you trust, and they've been proven to be tried and true, and their character has played out in front of your eyes, and you know that they're a good person. Not talking to you. I'm talking to the rest of you all that are humble, and you understand that you have been making a mistake, skinning and grinning in the people faces that you work with, telling them all of your business because you probably were vulnerable and you wanted a friend. I get it. And I'm talking to those of you who may be having something internally going on with you, or emotionally going on with you, or something going on in your private life where you are not happy. You are not happy in your home. You are not happy in your marriage if you're married. You're not happy with something that's going on. And so it manifests, that unhappiness and that bitterness, it manifests itself in the workplace. And so now you are the work trick. You are the work tattletale. You purposely watch people in the workplace because you want to see them work rolled up. You want to see them get suspended. You want to see them badmouth. You want people to have a negative perception about them. You want to see them get fired because you are not happy, because you see something in them that you lack. A lot of you all do this in the workplace. And I'm not going to say it's the older people, because it's people that are young, it's people that are middle-aged, and it's people that are older. I can't put a number on it mathematically and say the ratio or the percentage of who does it more. But everybody's guilty of all races and all ages. Go to work and do your job. Keep your mouth closed. Stay mysterious, stay private, and get out of there. That's the video message. Well, guys, it's time for me to go because there's some other things I have to do. The Lord willing, I will be back with another video message. If any one of you have been offended by anything I spoke about in this video message, it's okay, it's all right. I'm not worried about it. I am not concerned, because I know you will forgive me in the morning.